But listen, we can't.
I am Cookie, and if you're like me, then I must kill you and absorb your power. I'd say it was sad you're playing alone, but you already know that. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Overgrown Backyard Supply Store. Because rusted out old washing machines don't just buy themselves.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Okay, no turning back.
Get ready, time for question.
One.
To get started, sorry for all the phallic imagery. You know, Sigmund Freud once said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. And that's true, everything doesn't have to secretly, subconsciously be sexual. That said, which common cigar size would look like the smallest penis? Presidente, Corona, Church? Compared to these other monster cigars, the Corona is only a respectable 5.5 to 6 inches. And it has a girth of, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about this.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Take a stab at Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
A character in the game series Tekken. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert... A boxing kangaroo named Roger is a recurring character in the popular fighting game franchise Tekken. There's also a boxing raptor in the game, but I'm saving that fact for our Chevy Cavalier, Madame Curie, Potato, or Boxing Raptor series of questions.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Why not try Grimace? How could you best describe the bromantic relationship going on with the brothers Grimm? A bro-on-bro bromance? A bro-on-bro-on-bro bromance? Excuse me. Watch how easy this is. There were two brothers Grimm, Jacob and Wilhelm. Legend has it that in his later years, Jacob Grimm fell under a terrible curse, but Wilhelm saved his life with a fist bump of true love. This one's called the either-or conundrum, and a squared plus b squared equals a this or that. I'm going to read off 7 items, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a famous mathematical theorem or the title of an episode of The Big Bang Theory. If it's a mathematical theorem, press the square button. If it's an episode of The Big Bang Theory, press the circle button. Alrighty then, here it comes. The vengeance for the parking spot escalator, the 4-color, the triangle in it, the egg salad, the friendship, the cold. You're such a penny. I like The Big Bang Theory. Finally, there's a show that treats me like an intellectual equal. Man, I cannot get this toast out of the toaster. Stupid fork. Get that toast out of there. 5 fingers. Open wide for nice to meet you, lady. Let's say Lady Gaga were on her way to another award ceremony, but this time sporting a kosher meat suit. If she wanted to keep it kosher, what crazy mode of transportation should she not use? A giant egg wagon? A giant wheelbarrow of flour? A giant roll? Mixing meat and dairy is definitely against kosher law. But everything else Lady Gaga does is totally religiously acceptable. That brings a close to round 1, and you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Let's get back to the action. Up next. Ah! I had a bad stream! Which odd, super-specific movie genre might Netflix use to categorize the film Eraserhead? Quirky, dysfunctional families set in a bomb shelter. Suspenseful clown movie. You might be thinking of Blast from the Past. Why are you thinking of Blast from the Past? Now pay attention. David Lynch's 1977 classic film Eraserhead is set in a nightmarish industrial town where the protagonist has a son that looks like a mutant. Netflix doesn't really have the gritty industrial horror films featuring mutant babies category yet, so I would just try looking for it under quirky romantic comedies.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Take a stab at a grisly situation. I'm pretty excited, and frankly a little scared that we're bringing a real live bear into the studio for this next question.
Sorry, Cookie. The dare had to drop out at the last second, so you got me instead.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
We don't get the bear?
Not you get me, Detty O'Brien, Dilly O'Brien's sister, who looks a lot like Dilly in a wig. That is actually a Ceteroturgeon who just looks...
Yeah. We don't need to explain it again. Just ask the bear question, Betty.
Okay. Which kind of dare is the most cunning dare in the world? The polar dares, black dares,
Panda bears? I know these questions can be hard to read, but they're not that hard to read. I so wanted you to pick this one. Brown bears, which grizzly bears are part of, are the most common and least endangered bears in the world.
I suppose you want me to leave now.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Yes, it does. I saw a bear shit in the woods when I was a little sapling. It was horrible. There's strays everywhere and it gets stuck in their fur, and there's bits of squirrel and salmon in their shit. Oh, and the smell. It smells like...
The is wrong with you? It was a rhetorical question. Get out!
Follow me down to the sea.
Why not try? You never forget your first sniff. If Coco Chanel's first perfume had set a precedent for what the first of anything should be called, what would be true? January 1st would be January 3rd, Rocky would be Rocky 5, Pope Francis would be Pope Francis the 7th. Get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Smart people choose this. The first fragrance sold by Coco Chanel back in 1921 was Chanel No. 5. So the first Rocky movie would be called Rocky 5. This numbering system was also used by another modern classic, Mambo No. 5. Here we have, is our children learning? I was watching a little Nick Jr. yesterday during my me time, and it seems like all their show titles are just nonsense words. Lalaloopsy, Team Umizoomi. Because every word in its title is an actual word in the English language, which of these Nick Jr. shows might be the most educational? The Backyardigans? Yo Gabba Gabba. Here's what a right answer looks like. Bubble is a real word, obviously, and so is guppies. Nick Jr. did it. They titled an entire show using actual English. Of course, that can sometimes be misleading. I've tried to watch that Dora the Explorer before, and half the time it sounds like she's speaking a completely different language. Not to destroy your childlike view of the world here, but backyardigans aren't real things. But you know, it is a real thing. These cinder blocks that you just won, courtesy of the Overgrown Backyard Supply Store. Why mow your lawn when you can just fill it up with crap? Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy. Here's one for you. Corn Blakes. What might it sound like if Frosted Flakes mascot Tony the Tiger read the opening line of William Blake's famous poem, The Tiger? Tiger, tiger, burning bright! Tiger, tiger, proud. The first line of William Blake's The Tiger is Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Or in Tony the Tiger speak, burning bright! It's not a terribly long poem, but it takes Tony the Tiger like 7 hours to read it out loud. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press... I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. Exit stage. Right, you left what TV show before it finished? Good luck. That's all she wrote! I've tried to leave my role as the host of You Don't Know Jack, but can never actually do it on account of a curse that gypsy put on me. This is my prison now. Oh. Alright, see you next time.
You Don't Know Jack!
Whoa, dude! What the f*** are you